Welcome, guys. This is going to be the Get Money Now strategy that I used a few years ago, actually. I've used this twice now to really just get a whole bunch of cash in the door from existing things I have and things I'm doing. So here's the thing. People come up and they say, hey, I need some money right now. And then what happens is they tend to look for new things, the new strategies, new techniques, new tactics to do to try to get money with untested, proven methods that they've never done before. That's like the most common thing I hear. Now, here's the thing, guys. You know what to do. You've built your business. You've started your business. You've collected cash before. Like, you've done this before. You know how to sell. So what I'm going to try to convince you today on this short video is to strip back all the bullshit or new shit. New shit and bullshit, pretty much the same thing. Strip back all of that stuff and just focus on what you know how to do best. Now, here's the way you're going to do it. First, we need to purge. I'm going to go over all four of these in a second. And then you need to isolate. Then you need to get your assets, and then you need to deploy. These are 4 steps, 4 stages to this process. If you do this process, it will work, because how can it not if you actually put all your focus and attention into it? When I did this process with my marketing agency, we brought in $60,000 the next week. So this process got me 60 grand in the next week of deploying it with zero ad spend or money going out the door. It was all my time and resources and efforts. So step 1, purge. Here's what this means. I need you to purge out all of the ideas and shiny objects and all these new things that you're hearing about and you want to do. So you're going to take out a piece of paper, write down your notes, whatever you want to do. Start just writing down all your ideas. I need them out of your brain onto a piece of paper or a notepad online somewhere. Why? Well, if you have them in your head, you're going to be constantly thinking about doing them. You're going to be distracted, shiny object syndrome at its best, and it's just not going to help you right now. Those ideas are probably good. So let's keep them for later. I'm going to give you permission to take them out of your head, put them somewhere else, and let it go. Just don't think about them anymore. And then when the time comes, once cash flow starts to come in, and you decide, hey, let's try some of these new ideas I came up with, then fuck yeah, go on and do it. But for right now, I need them out of your head. So step 1, purge. You have to do this step. Don't skip it. Okay? You're going to do it. All right. Step 2, isolate. This is just you getting yourself in a place, in a position, and in a frame where you are not going to be distracted. You're going to pay attention to what you're working on. You're going to be 100% focused. So what I like to do is I usually go for a run. Either I do like sprints around my neighborhood, or I'll go out and we have a little canyon hiking area where I'll do some jogging in there. And that just helps my energy, helps my flow get into the right state, helps me get clear. Don't listen to a podcast or anything while doing this, because you don't need more new information right now. You need to focus and listen to yourself and gather yourself, essentially. So go for a run. Find a place that you can turn everything off, turn off your email, put your phone on airplane mode, flip it over, like do whatever you got to do to get concentration, like max concentration, okay? Once you've purged, the second step, or the third step, step 3, is assets. This is where you're going to make a list of all the assets that you have. An asset is basically anything that you have control over. So, for example, a Facebook following, that's your asset. Okay, I got 3,000 subscribers or followers. I have got a YouTube following. I have 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Okay, I got a podcast following. I have an email list. I have past clients. I have friends. I have people I know in the industry. I have this, I have that. These are my assets. These are all the things that you have control over that you've built up over time. You're going to have more than you think you do. So right now you're probably like, fuck, I can't really think of that much. Write it down. Just start writing down like all the things you have access to that you potentially control. That is your assets. And if you don't have assets, well, now you're going to probably have to make some, because if you don't have assets and you're starting from scratch, this isn't really the right strategy for you. This strategy helps you if you currently have the assets, you have the business, you have the stuff going on, but now you're just a little tight because maybe you haven't done the things you're supposed to do, like advertising and marketing, all that stuff, and you need some cash flow to get you into a position where you can do that. Okay? So get your assets together. Now, next to your assets, we're still going to be on stage 3. Next to your assets, I need you to put a little dash behind it or next to it and basically put down what you want to do with that asset, like a campaign. So, for example, podcasts. Okay, I have a podcast following. What should I do? How about I make an offer? I'll go on my podcast. I'll do 3 little podcast series with some massive value. Then I'll shoot an offer at the end of the podcast, just for the podcast listeners, to get them to sign up with me. Okay, I have a Facebook group. Okay, I'm going to start posting in this group. Okay, I got this, I got that. I have an email list. I'm going to push out an offer to my email list. I have a past clients list. I'm going to send an offer to my clients for some new services. And I'm also going to send a separate text message to all my old clients and ask them for a referral from someone that they know. Like an actual referral, like, hey, I'm looking to do this new thing, or I have this offer I'm trying to push out. do you know anybody who needs this? And it would really be helpful. And what I do is I usually write down referral commissions. So I'll even tell them like, hey, I'll give you a 50%. I'll give you $500, if you send me a new client, or $100 or $1,000. Make it sexy, make it fun, and just reach out to all of them and ask them for help, ask them for referrals. It's that simple. So if you can list down all the assets and put down next to it how you can serve them and how you can get a campaign for them, now that's it. That's all you got to do. List out your assets, be hyper focused, get creative on how you're going to deploy these things. Email list. All right, I'm going to shoot off a four sequence email. It's going to build up the value, build up an offer, and put a little time limit on it. Like, you see where I'm going with this? Like, figure out a campaign you're going to do for every single thing, and then do it. That's it. So you got to make sure that you isolate yourself. Get the distractions away. And this is after you've purged and all your thoughts and ideas are out. Then you focus on what you've got currently. Because what you've got, there's hidden money in there. I'm honest, I'm telling you the truth. There's hidden money in what you've got that you just haven't dug that gold. You just haven't gotten into it yet enough to find out what it is. And a lot of times, your current clients are willing to spend more money if you have a good enough offer for them to help them get from A to Z quicker, faster, more effortlessly. So if you can even create an offer that's just for them, awesome. Now, here's the fourth and final stage. This is the deploy stage. Essentially, it's just a daily game that you're going to play while you're doing the assets campaigns. That's going to help you get more traction in the marketplace and help you get some new leads. I stole this method from Garrett J. White, the founder of Wake Up Warrior. He calls it the Daily 8. I loved it, so I stole that. I don't think Daily 8's trademark, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take it. And I modified it a little bit to fit what we're doing. But basically, there's 8 things you need to do to help you get more clients and help you get lead and prospecting. Now, these 8 things, this is not easy to do. This is going to take a lot of time, effort, and energy. So this is not a thing you're going to do normally every day forever. This is just helping you during this time, like a 30-day sprint to just do this Daily 8 challenge. So what I did is I actually created a checklist for you that has 30 days. And while you do the Daily 8 challenge, you're going to mark off to help keep track of everything. Okay? Now, I'm going to pull up my checklist here so I can see it. And I'll read it off to you while we do this. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can just share my screen with you. So let me figure out really quick how to do that. All right. Desktop is 3. Boom. That's it. You see my desktop. So here's how it works, guys. You see this here. This is the Daily 8. So step 1 is to do a video, a live stream on social media, something of value. So your job right now is just to create value for your marketplace, okay? Go live, talk to them about what they're doing, talk to them about results, get them some value in advance, and help them out a little bit. Number 2, photo, Instagram picture with the principle of your live stream concept. So if I go live and I tell you how to get money now, and I'm talking about these strategies, the principle right there would be talking about, go live every day. There's a principle. So that's something you can put on your stuff. Audio, you can actually run a fresh audio, like you can just go in there and record a audio for a podcast, or you can take the audio from your live stream. That's what I usually do. As I export the audio to my podcast app, which is I use anchor.io. And that's free, and you just upload your video to that, and it'll suck out the audio and make it a podcast. Text. This is where you're going to send an email or a blog of the idea and the concept of what you talked about in your live stream. So now every day you have 4 things going out, all stemmed from the live video that you did. Okay, groups. You're going to join a new group every day on Facebook. So basically, you're going to go into the Facebook search field. You're going to type in something that's related to your industry. You're going to join that group. Then you're going to start communicating in there. You're going to spend 60 minutes a day adding value. So in that group, you're going to be answering people's questions. Because a lot of times people ask questions in these groups. They're going to, hey, how do I do this? And you're going to go in there. You're going to fucking help them. You're going to answer them. And you're going to talk to them. And you're going to be with them and be present and just be fully you and supportive and helpful. You're not selling right now. Then what you're going to do is after you help them, you're going to prospect. So you're going to like their posts. You're going to friend them. And then you're going to follow up with them in Instant Messenger and say, hey, do you have any more questions? Did I answer your question? Are you okay? You all good? And what's going to happen is you're going to build rapport. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to start looking at your profile. And in your profile, of course, you have your website, right? So you're always having people just helping them first. And then when they need help, you can do a direct call to action. Say, hey, if you need more help, check it out. I have this cool thing. You can always sign up for it here. And then network. So you just add 25 new personal friends on Facebook groups. So basically, inside the group, while you're doing all this stuff, just start friending people. And eventually people will start friending you back and following you and being acquaintances on Facebook. So when you do your lives, when you do your posts, people will start seeing it, and you're going to start building a little bit of reputation. And here's the checklist. If you did your video, you did your photo, audio, text, group, value, prospect, network. That's day 1. Day 2. So you're just going to do this for 4 weeks. You fucking do this. This is a lot of content and a lot of effort. And guys, you're going to see some really rad stuff happen. Okay, so this is a lot of work, but if you can purge yourself of random ideas of shining object syndrome, you can isolate yourself to where you can really concentrate on a daily basis. You can create a list of assets. I literally have an asset list on a Google Drive doc where I just wrote down bullet points. Facebook following, Google following is 3,000. Podcast following is 33,000. YouTube is 1,000. Like, I have this full-on asset, email list size, customer list size, referral list size. Like, everybody's there, and I literally went in there and then put a little dash and typed in what I'm going to do for each one. That's it. And then you just focus on doing that. Then while you're doing that, the side step is that you're going to be engaging online. So what's going to happen is you're going to have these 2 fronts. A lot of organic engagement is going to be happening. Some new leads and prospecting will be coming out. Some new referrals and new offers will be coming out. All this will be happening together, and you're going to start seeing massive results. That's it, guys. That's the Get Money Now strategy. It's not rocket science. It's not something brand new. It's just do the shit you already have and that you already know how to do, and use your assets and get out there and start giving them some value, and you're going to start seeing some cash flow. All right, guys, I'm out for the day. Download the checklist and just get started. Like, just get started and just do it. You can get this done in an hour. You can get all the purging, the brainstorming, the assets, all the campaigns done within an hour, and you can start your daily checklist the next day, the same day, and you'll be having the stuff done and on its way. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Take care.